Since childhood, my mother was everything to me. She raised me alone, with strength, tenderness, and unwavering devotion. She filled the roles of two parents, two shoulders, two arms, and she protected me from everything. At least, that's what I believed. We had the kind of bond few mothers and daughters share. Evenings laughing in front of movies, whispered secrets in the dark, heart-to-heart advice, sometimes a little too much, but always with love. She was my best friend, my soul sister, my role model. When I cried, she was there. When I doubted, she was there again. And when I fell in love, she was always the first to know. So when I met Malik, I didn't hesitate for a second. I wanted her to know him. I wanted her to see that this time, it was different. He was sweet, funny, attentive, a sincere gaze, a calm voice, a reassuring presence. He didn't come from a perfect world, but he did everything to build one for us, in his own way. When I introduced them, something flickered in my mother's eyes. A light I'd never seen before. I thought it was joy, pride, approval. I never thought it was anything else. And yet, that look, it was the beginning of a story I was never meant to live. And certainly not meant to suffer. My relationship with Malik started like a fairy tale. At first, he messaged me every morning. Sweet words, filled with clumsy poetry, but it touched me. He told me I was the one, that I had awakened something long dormant inside him. And I melted with every word. We went to the movies, shared fries, laughed over nothing. He spoke to me about his dreams, his fear of failure, his messy childhood. I listened. I understood him. I loved him. My mother often looked at me when I returned from seeing him. She said I was glowing, that she hadn't seen me that happy in a long time. I felt complete. Malik liked talking to her. He said she was young at heart, that she understood life, that he felt comfortable around her. I found it sweet. Their bond reassured me. Sometimes, they'd stay talking in the kitchen while I took a shower. I'd hear them laughing, and I'd think, they just get along, that's all. But looking back, I should have listened to my instincts. Slowly, things began to shift. But subtly, like a shadow sliding across a wall, Malik spent more time at my place. And strangely, more time with my mother. One day, I came home early. I found them sitting on the couch. They were laughing, very close, too close. When I walked in, they both jumped. My mom quickly changed the subject. Malik said they were talking about me. I didn't want drama. But that moment, I buried deep inside me. In the following weeks, I often caught them whispering, or exchanging glances I didn't understand. I told myself I was overthinking. That jealousy was playing tricks on me. Then, my mother started going out more, wearing more makeup, tighter dresses. I asked if she was seeing someone. She smiled, almost embarrassed, and said, "It's not what you think. It's never what you think, until the truth slaps you in the face." That night, everything shattered. I'll never forget the date. I was supposed to go out with a friend, but she canceled last minute. I came home unannounced. And what I saw broke me. The lights were dim. My mother was in the kitchen, wearing a nightgown. And Malik was kissing her neck. I froze. The ground disappeared beneath me. My heart pounded so hard I felt sick. They didn't see me right away. Then Malik looked up, and their expressions changed. My mom tried to speak, but no words could fix this. Nothing. I didn't yell. I didn't cry right then. I just walked out, without a word. Without looking back, but inside, I was screaming. I went home, or rather, what was left of my home. I slammed the door, turned off my phone, and collapsed onto the bed like a stone dropped from the sky. Heart empty, mind drowning. I didn't cry. Not that night. My body was frozen. My throat burned, but nothing came out. I replayed the scene over and over. The kiss, the nightgown, their eyes. How could they help my own mother? And him. Malik, the man who said he wanted to marry me? I thought about everything. The meals, the knowing smiles, my mother's advice. Was it all fake? All of it. I didn't sleep. By morning, my phone was flooded with messages. First Malik, then my mother. Can we talk? It's not what you think. But yes, it was exactly what I thought. I didn't reply. I left to stay with a friend without telling anyone. I needed silence. and space to breathe, or at least to not lose my mind. But even far away, I felt their shadows, like ghosts glued to my skin, and in my head, one question kept spinning. Why? After 3 days, I agreed to see them, not to forgive, but to understand. I asked them to meet me at home, where it all began, and where it all fell apart. They came together, holding hands. I couldn't believe it. Even now, after everything, they no longer hid. My mother spoke first. She said she didn't plan it, that the feelings hit her out of nowhere, that she felt alive with him, loved like never before. I listened, but didn't hear. Then Malik spoke. He said he loved me, yes. But with her, it was different. Deeper, more real. I stared at them, like strangers, two traitors bound by a filthy truth. They dared ask me to understand. Don't ruin this, they said. Let's move forward, differently. I stood up, looked them both in the eye, and said, you are nothing to me now. Then I walked away. Again. But this time, I knew I'd never come back, and they didn't try to stop me. The days that followed were the quietest of my life. Even the rain seemed to whisper, afraid to break me further. I walked, I ate, but I didn't really exist. I was there, without being. My mother stopped calling. She respected the silence she had created, and Malik vanished like a thief. Or rather, like a satisfied traitor. I returned to work, barely. I forced laughs with coworkers, listened to music, pretended, but nothing felt the same, not even the air. Some friends tried to get me to talk, but I smiled to ease them, then changed the subject. Part of me had shut down, and no one could bring it back. Sometimes I dreamed of that scene. The kiss, the nightgown, their guilty eyes. I'd wake up sweating. The betrayal stuck to my skin like tar, but I held on, one day at a time, one breath at a time. One morning, while grocery shopping, a neighbor stopped me, someone from my mother's neighborhood. With a bright smile, she said, "Congrats to your mom. She's getting married soon, right?" I felt like fainting. I froze. She thought I knew. I left in silence, didn't say a word. My heart in pieces. Back home, I opened social media. And there it was, the photo. My mother, in a white dress. Malik, in a suit, beaming smiles. Caption, because love has no rules. I had never felt such pain. They were really doing it. Going all the way with this horror. No invitation, no explanation. Just their happiness posted for the world. I shook. With rage, sadness, helplessness. They didn't even wait for me to heal. They didn't respect the grief. They took what they wanted, and now flaunted it. And I was alone with my ashes. I didn't try to sabotage their wedding. There was no need. They had already stained themselves, but I couldn't stay silent. So I wrote a letter, long, brutal, honest. I published it, not to accuse, but to free myself. I told everything. My relationship with Malik, his growing closeness with my mother, the betrayal, the exact moment they killed something inside me. The letter spread quickly among our circles. Some called me crying. Others, furious at them. My mother's reputation crumbled. She was once admired. Now she lost it all. Respect, support, credibility. Malik disappeared. No trace. As if he'd evaporated after taking what he wanted. I never intended to hurt them, but I couldn't let them erase my pain. They stole something from me. So I took what I could in return. My voice. They got married. Yes, despite everything. Despite me. Despite the scandal. It was a small ceremony. No one from our family came. Even the most tolerant turned away. I didn't think about them that day. I went to the sea alone, sat down, and watched the waves. And I cried. Not from sadness, but from release. There was nothing sacred in that wedding. It was a prison wrapped in flowers. I imagined my mother, in white, walking toward the man she stole from me. And I thought, she's no longer my mother. He's no longer him. I'm no longer me. I buried that version of myself that day. The loving daughter, the naive girl, the dreamer. And I chose to be reborn. I left the city, found a small apartment somewhere new, changed my number. I needed fresh air, unknown faces, walls that didn't know my story. I started therapy. Talking helped. Bit by bit, I pieced myself together. I went back to school, made new friends, Met people who had nothing to do with my past. I relearned who I was. Every morning, I told myself, "You're not responsible." And one day, I believed it. I even learned to smile without pain, to love without fear, and most importantly, to live without them. They vanished from my horizon. Today, I think back to the story, and I feel no hatred, just emptiness, a silence, like a room I never visit anymore. My mother, I haven't spoken to her since, but sometimes, I wonder if she regrets it. Malik, I don't even know where he is. And honestly, I don't care. I haven't forgiven them, but I don't carry them in me anymore. They built their happiness on my ruin, and I rebuilt mine from their debris. It's not a victory, it's just my peace. And this peace, I'll never give it away again.